not an option. A life filled with discipline and conditioning. With a mind focused on their opponent, every drop of sweat left behind in grueling competition. These athletes ate everything in order to have a chance of obtaining their goals. Then suddenly, in the blink of an eye, life changes and they are faced with new challenges daily. Did all of their training prepare them for the future that lies before them? Join us weekly as we catch up with former athletes and find out what life is like. W.A.B Sports presents Life After Sports. Heard exclusively on Music Dreams USA Radio Worldwide.
Hey, good afternoon. This is Coach Wayne Buckingham, Big Buck here at W.A.B Sports. We're glad to have y'all on the air tonight. We have a special show tonight with y'all. I have one of my partners, co-workers, Mr. Russell K, joining the show tonight with Music Dream USA Radio Worldwide as one of our biggest sponsors for W.A.B Sports. He's sitting along with me today, co-hosting. We have one of my boys from up in D.C., Maryland. I always mess it up a little bit. Mr. Evans Burns, University of Maryland, NBA, retired, working with the youth and the kids in the community, doing big things out there, man. Bro, we're so glad to have you on the show, man. Always good to catch up with some former players, man. Try to check out, see what they're doing after they put the ball down and what you got going on in life, man. How you been?
Man, I've been great, man. Doc, I've been great. It's just been, a roller coaster of life, but, I'm staying even keel. So everything's good.
I know what you mean, man. I know you're still up in the city life, man. I'm down here in the country enjoying this country life now at this later age in our life, man, and everything, man. But I know a lot of people out there know you, man. We got a lot of Clemson fans on here. We got a lot of ACC, SEC fans on here, man. So basically what I always ask my guys in the beginning of the show, hey, just state your name, man, where you from, and just, where you from and all that stuff, man, and how things going.
My name is Evers Burns. I'm from Baltimore County, to be exact. I went to the University of Maryland back in '89 to '93. I came in when Buck came into Clemson. We were shooting stories about, me seeing him play in high school, wanting to play against that big fella. But I also played football in high school. I was an All-American tight end, actually. So I was going to go to Penn State, but I chose the ACC. I was always a Maryland fan since I was a young buck. And so I decided to go to University of Maryland. I spent a year in the NBA, got drafted out of college, went to Sacramento, played 8 years overseas, been to 10 different countries playing. And, then I'm living my life.
So
yes, sir.
So let me ask you this question, man. Check this out. I know we was freshmen together.
Right.
I ended up choosing Clemson. You
Right.
ended up choosing Maryland. And I always ask my guys this: what was your experience playing in ACC, playing back in the later days? Was the early days for us, later days playing in ACC, playing for a nice university like Maryland, being in the ACC. What was that experience like for you?
Man, it was the best. It was the best league. 3 out of the 4 years we played, Buck, were national championships. 2 Duke, 1 North Carolina. And then, Duke lost to that UNLV team our freshman year. It was the thickest league, and I wanted to test my talents against the best.
Right.
So, and that's the ACC.
That's in a nutshell, because you had to bring your A game every night.
Every night.
Yeah. And we played everybody twice. It wasn't no one time. You had to play at their house, at your house. We had to play y'all twice, man. I remember the first time we came to Maryland, we got blizzard in.
Yep.
We had the game started at 12, and we had the game. Y'all end up winning the game or whatever. Right. We come out, we can't leave the gym. It's a blizzard.
Right. I remember walking home in the snow.
So let's talk about you at Maryland. you got one of the greatest coaches in it. To me, I think Roy Williams was one of the big time coaches, man.
You mean Gary? You mean Gary?
Yeah,
Don't let Gary hear you say that,
my
because
bad,
you're
my
not
bad, my
competing.
bad. You know, hey, charge it to my old age, man. It's my old age. My old age. You know, but I remember, you remember our freshman year, man. I remember my freshman year, I got the phone call.
Hmm.
Coach Ellis called me and said, "Hey, Buck, man, you made the ACC All-Star team. Y'all gonna travel?" I said,
Hmm.
"What?"
Hmm.
Well, we ended up coming to Maryland. Basically,
Right.
he was the coach, and it came to Maryland, man. We
Right.
had that great opportunity to even get a chance to play with each other instead of against each other. Had a great squad,
Right.
man. I got to really
Right.
know your coach
Right.
on a personal level, man. What can you say about your coach, man? And what for your life now? What can you say that he helped you to make you a better man?
Man, listen, Coach, I got bad stories on Coach, but Coach, Coach made you compete. It's like you're not competing. He made you compete. I tell you right now, man. Coach Williams would give you a pregame speech, and you'd be ready to run through that wall to go play, man. You'd be ready to run through the bleachers, man. Just ready to just hurt something. But that's that. He's a great motivator. But not only that, man. But he's just really, he loves the game of basketball, and he loves to coach, and he loves to get the best out of his players. And I would not have gotten drafted if it wasn't because of Gary Williams. So yeah, I owe him a lot, and I tell him every time I see him. I know he probably gets tired of it, but I tell him every time I see him. I appreciate what you did for me, Coach. Yeah,
He's a good man.
he's a
He's
good
hard,
dude, man.
but it's fair.
Right,
He's hard, but it's fair.
right,
You're gonna have to
right.
put the work in to have the fun. He made a statement there that it wasn't for Coach Williams, you wouldn't have got drafted. We understand
Well,
that.
let me
So
let me retract that.
let's
If
go
it wasn't for
through.
hold on one sec, I want to retract that. If it wasn't for both Williams, Gary and Walt, because I wouldn't have got drafted if it wasn't for Walt too.
Gotcha.
So I want to get that straight. Wizard.
Gotcha.
Yeah. if it weren't for those two, I would not have gotten drafted.
Hey, hey, you just brought up a name right there, boy. Walt Whitman.
Yes, sir.
You can't
Yes, sir.
forget about
Yes, sir.
you can't get a guy.
The Wizard, man. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. The Wizard. The Wizard.
Hey,
Yeah.
People don't remember Walt Williams, bro. Y'all had a squad, man.
Yeah. 6'8" point guard. Come on, man.
Dude, man.
Yes. Yeah, and then you remember that stretch he had, 8 games of 30 or more, 30 plus. I think he got y'all twice.
He was off the chain.
Yeah, man. He off the chain, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
one time I got checked
But
out on
nah, man, no.
I like, man, what you do out here on but now
Yeah.
but y'all had mad respect, man. Yeah.
You going in and out on.
Yeah. He got us twice. He got us twice.
He got y'all twice. Yeah, he got y'all over 30 twice.
And D nice on him, but you
Right.
talking about
Hey, dude, when you in that.
6'8", you got a 6'2", 6'3" on.
Right.
Come on, man. Hey,
man, when you in that zone, man,
like
we just gonna feed you.
shoot.
He was in that zone. Right.
You're right though.
Yeah. So when
he was feeding it to you, though.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was feeding it to you. So.
Yeah. If it wasn't for dude and all my squad, man. Yeah, all my squad.
Help you. So let's talk about. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Big
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
over 30 twice, man. So, yeah, now you brought up a good name.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So let's talk about this NBA thing.
Okay.
I don't know why it's cutting out. Why is it cutting out?
I don't know.
Say that one.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
But a lot of people don't understand
You gotta
that.
wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait.
That's good. So I got another question. Can you hear me, Russell? Can you hear me,
Yeah, I can hear. Yes, sir. I can hear you, Coach.
Russell? Can you hear?
Yep, I can hear you.
Russell, I want to get Russell here.
Yeah, Coach, I can hear you. I can hear
All
you,
right.
Coach.
So let's talk about this draft thing, man. You know, your senior year, uh, you enter the draft, you get drafted. Where did you get drafted? Where did you go? You heard me?
You're breaking up a little bit, Coach.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Evan, can you hear me? All right, hold on. I'm finna call you. I'm finna call you. I'm finna call you. I can hear you, but I'm about to call you on your phone where you can hear my question. Hold on. We're gonna work this thing. So can you hear us,
Yeah, I
Russell?
can hear you, Coach. I can hear you. I can hear you, but you're coming in and out.
What's going on? No, don't hear me. Can you say that? So yeah, so you now still there? Okay.
I am, Coach. Yep,
All
I'm
right,
still
cool.
here.
All right, so don't worry. You can hear me, so they can hear you. We're gonna work this thing out. So my question I was asked you, we just got to talking about Walt Williams, the Wizard, and he did he dropped 30 on us twice. I I I, 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 I agree with you on that. All right. All right. So my 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 right question ever is going into that NBA draft, man. What was that fit, man? Coming early and going to the.
It's funny. I I had to ask to get invited to go to Portsmouth. I asked my assistant coach, Billy Hahn.
Man.
Billy Hahn.
Yeah.
I asked Billy Hahn to get me into Portsmouth. And the Desert Classic to the next side. Because I think I got MVP here at Portsmouth.
Okay.
And they invited me to Desert Classic. And I made all Desert Classic teams. So they invited me to Chicago, man. And I just balled out, man. You know, and the thing is, man, that if you play in the ACC, you're prepared to play against anybody.
Right.
Because you know, in the ACC, you play against all stars.
Right.
So there wasn't anybody who I played against that I didn't know how to play against. You know? Because I played against them all in the ACC, you know.
Yeah. Your draft picks came from the ACC back in the day.
So, I remember playing against guys from Kansas. I remember playing against guys, you know, the Big 12, Big 10. And I would go at them. And, it's like, y'all, ACC, they were out getting double the buckets, man.
Right.
So that lifted me up to get drafted, man. It was a great thing. And then, Sacramento, I went to Italy, 10 different, I believe, on basketball. Still 11, but I've been to Spain, Italy, Greece,
right.
Turkey, Australia. Just to name a few. I've been all over.
Right. So you got. Hey Russell.
Yeah, Coach. Coach.
Are you on your phone, Russell? Can you hear Russell, Ev?
Yeah, I can.
You can't, Russell. You can add. What question do you have for Ms. Burns?
Call me Evers.
Oh, I got some great questions for you. So, my first question to you, Evers, is
Russell,
obviously you get,
That.
Can you
hear me? His phone, he dropped.
I'm still
here. So explain to me, what was your
Can
best
you
part about going overseas? What was your best part?
Man, the history, living in different countries, learning their culture, all of it, man. That's the most beautiful thing I ever witnessed. I would give everybody a chance to travel abroad. It makes you the history of a country is, and it also makes you appreciate what you have back here. But embrace the culture if you go across the waters, man. I loved it. I loved the basketball because it was easier on my body.
Right.
You weren't playing, as many games, and
And I just love the travel, man. I just thought it was a great experience, man.
Right. So what was the best country out of all the countries you played in? What was your best country? What's one you loved the most?
Also,
Australia. What you was in Sydney?
in my second, my work would be Athens, Greece. I love that since well.
Okay, got you. Yeah, man. I had a chance to go to Australia, man. Play over there. I wasn't stationed, but I had an opportunity to go there. You know, then I had an opportunity with Lasad Ali and Lewis Lord. We had a chance to go to South Africa. I had a chance to go down there and play in the summertime. But yeah,
Nice.
I agree with what you said, man. Like I said, I enjoy most of my, like I say, playing overseas, man. It was an opportunity for a kid come from Bell Buckle. So I understand exactly what you're saying on that part and everything, man.
That's right.
So going into that, man, so you went overseas, you played that, so you end up retiring. What year did you retire? Uh,
I retired in 2001.
2001.
I had actually it was 2000. It was 2000. The year 2000 because at the time I was expecting my daughter, and I had a contract on the table, and I just wanted to be here for my daughter. So I retired in I believe it was September of 2000. I retired.
September 2000. So so I know when I retired in 2005, man, I didn't go through. Did you go? So what was your ball most of all your life, and then man, that I trying to figure out.
Some people don't have to go through it. Some people go, tremendous thing, out there on that innocent side. I'm not saying that, didn't have to do it, but I went through it, and it was tough for me. Because you look at it as, this is what I said 8 years old that I love, and now I just gave it up.
Right.
For all of my life. That was tough.
No, I agree. Same thing. I went through the same thing, my dog, and I got to figure out what I was going to do in life, man, and I was like, wow, but that's how. So when you got done, so what was the first job? I guess what was the first job after you retired? What was the first job that you tried to do?
I went back to school. When I got drafted, go back to school because I was always, I was never near school. So we didn't have online at that time.
Question, Russell?
So,
yeah, I do.
So what I did was I went back to school. And I just said I was supervisor at night, and I was I did that.
Right.
And once I got my degree, I moved up into the trucking company. But to another truck company, becoming manager. But
Right.
I realized I called, and I had to work because I was miserable, not in my company. My company is working with kids, so I went into teaching after that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I understand. Yeah, that's how I started.
In a world where quitting is not an option, a life filled with discipline and conditioning. With a mind focused